Goodness gracious me. The view from up here is pretty insane, isn't it? This base is really coming together quite nicely. We spent a lot of time in the previous episode working on these 7 outlines right here. It was a mega episode with, I think, around about 36 hours of progress in it. So, yeah, quite chock-a-block, which is a term that I have not used since I was about 8. But upon logging in, I've noticed this stalk in the middle here. Clearly someone has decided to start work on the tower in the middle of my base, and it looks like actually it has a shulker box on top of it. A good deed for you, mustache friend, from Iskal Man. Iskal Man? Alright, well, I'm definitely curious about this. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, dude. Oh, I like this Iskal. I apologize, Iskal Man, for taking the mick out of your name. This is much appreciated. This is much appreciated. It really is. I guess this is part of his hermit challenge to do good deeds. I appreciate that challenge. We will definitely be making use of that later on in the video because I want to make a tiny bit more progress on the base. And there will be another megasode coming very soon. Anyway, in today's episode, I want to work in this area here because I'm going to convert this space into my first official district of Hermitcraft Season 7. You guys know what I'm like. I like to build up a base and then I like to build districts that have various things in them simply to stop me lagging out the server massively by having everything all in one place. So this is going to be my first district and this is essentially the villager district. Right now, though, it's a little bit ugly and it's kind of just a little bit half done. So I feel like we should put a lot of time into making this a lot better. So the first thing that I've done is I've outlined the border of how big I think this place is going to be. Now, there isn't too much room for expansion here, but I can't imagine I'm going to be adding too much else into this area. Although I might. I don't want to limit that possibility, so maybe, okay, I might add 10 blocks to each side. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. I now don't feel quite so hemmed in. I can build ridiculous farms in here, which could actually be useful. You know, melons and pumpkins, things like that. Who knows? I'm going to try my best to unleash my inner good times with Scar with this build. That's kind of the goal. Let's see how this goes. Well, I've unleashed something. I don't know if it's good time with Scar. Okay, not the best of starts, I'm going to stick with the idea for now. I've spent far longer than I care to admit on building up these things right here. I definitely think this is an improvement. I definitely think we need a little bit more texture. I think we should just add more texture into the villagers' faces, make them a tiny bit more subtle, but also leaf blocks, I'm hoping, are going to be my saving grace on this one. I'm going to just cover this thing in bushes. I mean, any excuse to start chipping into the 18,000 leaf blocks that I currently have in my chest, in my base. I fear I may have underestimated the scale of this project ever so slightly, which is going to sound familiar to anyone who's watched any of my previous episodes of Hermitcraft. That seems to be a bit of a running theme at this point in time. But with that being said, I do think it looks cool. I like the concept, and I'm finding the rhythm now. I'm starting to understand how to build these things. Get my face out of a bush. There's no bushes all the way up here. Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks cool from above as well. Imagine that wrapping all the way around, and then, of course, this area being filled in and looking good as well. I have some crazy plans for that central area. I really do. It's gonna look wild when it's all finished. Anyway, this construction right here is ripe for a time lapse, so let's give it a go. And I, for one, am very glad that I did, because I'm sure all of you expected it. I'm sure everyone watching this video expected it, apart from me. I am the only person on the planet that didn't expect that to take a very long time. In total, I think it's taken us around about 5.5 hours, maybe 6 hours to just do the outside wall with all of the villager heads. It's one of those things, I had the image in my mind of these villager heads just surrounding all of the villager farms, almost like Mount Rushmore. That was kind of like a ruinous Mount Rushmore. I love the idea, and I was like, I'm just going to do that without really thinking that actually it's quite difficult to make it look good. So I tried my best, and I'm really happy with the end result. But goodness me. Goodness me, progress is slow. Progress is slow. I want to get back to redstone stuff. You know, technical things, solving redstone problems. You know, pulling my hair out over that sort of stuff, that's completely normal for me. Pulling my hair out over design things and making things look good and trying to think about block palettes and if this is ruined enough or if it's too ruined. I mean, that is too much for my little brain. Okay, it's too much. Give me a complicated redstone contraption any day. Anyway, I think that's enough moaning. Let's take a look at the finished product. And at the risk of blowing my own trumpet here, I am really happy with it. I love running up and down the line and just seeing all of the faces, because as I went along, I gradually made them more and more subtle, and I actually went back and ruined these ones a tiny bit more because they were very, very blocky when I first started constructing them. Whereas now they kind of like blend into the wall. And they've ended up looking really, really good. Really, really nice. Now, of course, I do have to comment on the fairly enormous elephant in the room, which is the fact that the inside of the wall is obviously looking absolutely disgusting at this point in time. And the worst part is that this is the side of the wall that we're actually going to be seeing most frequently. It's going to be very rare that we're actually going to see the outside of this thing. So don't worry, I will do that. I'm going to do that in today's episode, just not right now. Alright, I fancy doing something a little bit different. Okay, can you blame me? Now, the thing that I have in mind is actually a bit of a big deal itself, in that I want to level out this entire area. I want this whole place to be completely flat so that I can work on my design here, which means that I've got a lot of grass to place. I have got a lot of grass to place and a lot of grass to remove. Now, I'll level with you. The removing part is quite a lot of fun. Okay, I can do this. I can do this all day long. Maybe not all day long, but I can do it for a decent length of time. It's the placing of the glass that I take issue with. This is... It's dull. There's no two ways about it, is there? Now, with that being said, though, sometimes it's the dull things in Minecraft that make Minecraft enjoyable. Like, sometimes I really do enjoy doing activities like this, where you don't really have to think too much. You just have to spam the right click button and just get the job done. There is something satisfying about that. I think that's part of the beauty of the game. Do you agree? Do you totally disagree? Let me know down in the comment section. Progress is coming along quite nicely. We've got a really big flat area here. I would say we're probably around about 50% done. But now Dogholm77's just got in contact and he wants to meet me at the iron farm, which is handy.
Hey, Mumbo Baggins, Bumbo Jumbo.
Everyone has got my name wrong so far. Scar called me Bumbo Big Baggins, which was a bit offensive.
Why? It's props, he's giving you props, what I mean?
That's true, yeah, that's true. It's like my rapper name is Bumbo Big Baggins.
Like,
B-I-G.
Little baggy Bumbo or something.
Yeah, little bags.
All rappers these days are like little something.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Mumbo rap, yeet. Okay, yeah, dude, I came over. I have a little bit of an iron crisis, and I see the iron is flowing over in this place, man.
Yeah, it's I need it for my mega structure that I'm working on. I've been trying to get, so I need so many thousands of iron blocks. So this thing's been running pretty much non-stop.
Start of the season, my plan was, I'm gonna make an iron farm for sure.
Yep.
All of a sudden, 4 people made an iron farm. Then I was like, okay, there's going to be a shop for sure. Now nobody wants to make a shop because everybody says, hey, everybody has an iron farm. And I might have to build an iron farm too, man. This is crazy. But on the other hand, you don't want to have too many because then we lag out the server if everybody has iron farms.
Yeah.
So listen, let's make a deal, okay? In the name of server lag preserving spirits, how about I offer you something really, really nice, and then I can get access to your iron farm a little bit. Look, there is one very special head in here.
Right.
This is this one. This is the head of Ren the Kid, of the epic duel of the Zero Death Club. When I shot him, that's the head he dropped, the original one. It's a unique head. Fits you well as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say it does suit me. This new style. I mean. And I am technically playing the head game, although I'm 100% have not. I haven't submitted a single head, so this could also come in handy to get some points on the board.
If you're smart about this one, I'm pretty sure Cleo will pay top diamonds for that one. I mean, that is literally a unique head. It will never be
one-off.
able to. Yeah, it's one-off. Like Ren, it's first death, and Ren the Kid is dead. Won't come back. So.
I mean, I think I can't say no to that because this suits me too well. If I look terrible in it, you best believe I'd be throwing it back at you. But this is now my new identity. I still don't know if I got a good deal there. Have I been salesman? Have I been sold on a useless head? I guess we'll find out soon. Anyway, this area is now completely flat and looks. Well, I mean, it doesn't look particularly like anything right now. It looks a little bit uninspiring. This is where we start to do interesting bits. Fingers crossed. And those interesting bits are placing bushes. I'm going to be placing a lot of bushes. Interesting. Very interesting. In fact, I would argue that when it comes to Minecraft content, this is about as interesting as it gets. Look, that was exciting. I ran out of bushes, and then I had to swap to another stack of bushes. I've got plenty where that came from. If you can't tell, we've got to place a lot of bushes here. A lot of bushes need to be placed. However, don't worry, we're not just going to be doing straight lines. Okay, we are going to have patterns going on, but they're going to be based around the farms themselves. So I'm going to start building up almost patterns. Some of them are going to emulate the farm. Some of them are going to be images. Some of them potentially could be words that reference the things that are nearby. And we're just going to see how it looks. I mean, this is a style that I've never really played with before. But I quite like the idea. I imagine when you're flying above it, it could end up looking quite cool, especially if it is done well. So I'm going to try my best to do a good job. As always, I mean, that's a really pointless statement. Imagine if I didn't try my best to do a good job. Imagine how bad these videos would be. Well, already this is looking quite interesting. This is looking already really cool, and I barely even started it yet. Nice. Okay, my concept seems like it might actually do something interesting. I swear I did not plan this. Okay, I swear I didn't plan this. But look how perfectly the words trading fit within my trading hall. Look at this, right? G just came past the entrance. Look, it lines up. That so rarely happens in Minecraft. This might be one of the first times. Right, let's see how that looks then. Cool. This is the coolest district I've ever made. Fine, I might have spoken a little bit too soon there, right? Hermitcraft Season 6, the Industrial District, the gigantic perimeter, you know, 1.6 million blocks destroyed by TNT. That was cool. It might be cooler. But still, this looks sweet. This looks sweet, and it definitely looks different. Right, what can I do for the iron farms? I wonder if I could create a picture of an iron golem in the leaves. What do iron golems actually look like? One's about to spawn. This guy should be moving across any second. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't really catch his face. He died way too quickly. That's the problem with efficient farms, isn't it? I tried my best to make an iron golem in leaves and things. You can see the remnants of it here. Yeah, iron golems don't really have a face for leaf blocks, so I think we're gonna stick with patterns for now. And I actually think that this pattern might be one of my favorites. I really like the way that it feels. And with these last few leaf blocks, that will actually be everything. So this is the entire area fully filled in. And I am curious to see what it looks like before it gets fully dark. I've just realized none of this is lit up. But that looks so cool. That looks so cool. I'm chuffed to bits. Right, now it is time to work on the reverse side of our wall. And for that we need cobblestone, and I ran out. So I asked False, who, funnily enough, has a lot of cobblestone. Look at this. The size of this hole. What on earth? I swear, the hermits have gone mad this season. Everyone's just building the most ridiculous, huge bases ever. Anyway, the process has begun once again for wall constructing. As you can see, villager faces are appearing on this side of the wall. And I can't help myself. I'm so curious to see what this looks like. Well, yeah, that looks better. It's going to look so much better when these loop all the way around. I'm curious. Do you reckon those are too close? Alright, we'll see what happens there. We might end up with two villagers definitely not following the social distancing laws. Right, now that I've done a quarter of this, I've realised that it's so boring to do in cuts. I've built a villager. I've done some ruining. I've built a few more villagers. That's pants. Let's do a time lapse. Premiere Pro, bring the speed. I don't think anyone's ever said that before. I tell you who wasn't bringing the speed though. Me. I definitely wasn't. You know, I don't know what's going on with me at the minute. I just seem to be taking on projects that take ridiculous amounts of time. That seems to be my thing at the minute. I tell you what, this morning, okay, when I woke up, I was thinking to myself, you know what, we did a mega episode in the previous episode, we did loads of stuff. How about we have a slightly more chilled one today? And I came up with this idea of finalising the villager district because that area has looked, it looked rough, didn't it? It looked terrible. So I thought, why don't we finalise it? We make it look really, really nice. I came up with this idea for the wall, and then I had the bushes idea sort of, but I wasn't sure if it was going to look good. Either way, I thought that will be a chilled thing to do. That will be a chilled Minecraft episode. It shouldn't take ridiculous amounts of time. I can kind of relax today. 14 hours later. 15 hours later. Here we are. I actually had to go to bed last night. I was too tired to record a clip. I'm now recording this at 8 the next morning, which is why my voice sounds so horrible and tired. But you know, that's what happens in Minecraft. If you want to do cool stuff, the most important thing is time invested. And this does look cool. I mean, just look at this. It looks so awesome. It really does look so cool. When you're stood in the middle, it almost seems a shame that you're going to be walking around in this place. I'm a huge fan. I'm an absolutely massive fan of this. I'm really glad that we stuck with the idea, because I gotta say, when I first built up that horrendous villager head, right, remember the horrendous villager head that I did at the start? When I first built that, I thought to myself, oh, this idea is terrible, I'm not gonna do it. And then I sent it over to Iskall. He said that it was a cool concept and that I should stick with it. I stuck with it, and he was right. He was right. It's worked out really, really well. This is pretty unique. I'll tell you what else is unique. Hermit challenges, yeah. Right, hermit challenges. What have you done?
Challenges.
Hermit challenges. You're also always the lowest energy hermit challenges. Oh, you know what?
Because I'm always confused. I'm standing here as a confused man. Look at me. Look at this.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's not that. Hey, wait. The big head is your brain when you've finally worked out how hermit challenges works. All right. Well, Stress. Have you done your Swedish themed episode? Have you got any evidence that you did
yes,
your Swedish?
I actually do. Look.
That is. Oh wow! I was expecting like meatball or something like very expected.
No.
That is.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
That is Swedish.
Swedish for what? I'm assuming steak. Is it?
No, it's meatball.
Oh, is it? Is it Swedish for meatball? So you've just taken it a step further. That's so funny. So there's me going like, oh, fair play. She didn't actually do the expected thing of saying meatball. You just said meatball in Swedish. That's the best thing
It's so
ever.
funny.
That's so funny. All right. Well, Iskall, did you? I mean, I saw that you did. You gave me a good deed. I much appreciate that. Did you do some other good deeds? Was there anything else that you did?
Yeah, there was plural. I got a panda for Stress. I got you white concrete, and I built a magic door vault for Scar.
Wow. Okay, so you've been
Duguma.
busy. Oh, hang on a minute.
Duguma. Duguma.
Is that another Swedish word?
Yep. Means magic door vault in. Well, no, but yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna continue to do good deeds. I really enjoyed it.
I'm not surprised. I mean, I appreciate it. I hope that you do continue.
I do. Yeah.
Please
I
do.
appreciated it. Yeah.
Oh no! See, you've already got your good deeds.
Oh.
Okay, so
Happy to receive another.
Yeah.
As your neighbours.
Snap. Uh-huh.
Well, I have placed, as I'm sure you've seen, Iskall, I know you've been working on your tree. You probably completed my challenge as well, to be honest with you, because you've placed many thousands of blocks. But I also have placed many thousands of blocks as well. So it sounds like we've all completed the challenges. So I'm going to hit the bell.
Yay.
I'm going to confirm that I've done the challenge. Iskall's confirmed that he's done the challenge. Stress has confirmed that she's done the challenge.
we should probably, swap brots just appearing out of nowhere.
Yep.
Rules that aren't written, that just you being annoying.
Yep.
This season, we should probably have a better system of like letting people know that there is challenges and stuff. Like I take it upon me to come up with something, you know.
Wait.
Or
Okay.
Are you saying that you don't like it when I come along and just challenge you out of nowhere? Is that what I tried to get the band together, friends together, challenges, have fun. I get a parrot, you place 10,000 blocks.
I feel super bad. I'm gonna burn these.
No, don't burn these. Don't burn these. What did you just burn?
He burnt me
The meatball.
The meatball!
Yeah.
You didn't burn the meatball. Well, okay, well, fine. This is serious then. I've come up with an idea, and that is this. This is the challenger's burn sticks. All right, so what we're going to do is...
Of course. Here we go again.
So challenger's burn sticks. if you want to be challenged, you just chuck down your churn sticks, your burn sticks. You just chuck down your burn sticks, right? Chuck them down, and then that means that I know that you want to be challenged. If I put down my burn sticks, you know that I want to be challenged. If we both want to be challenged, Hermit challenges. How does that sound?
Hermit challenges.
Do I put down burn sticks?
You also can put down burn sticks. Anyone can put down burn sticks. Anyone who has burn sticks right now is free to be challenged. It's a fantastic
Okay.
system. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I'll leave these with you. I might take a few myself though, because I wouldn't want to be caught without my burn sticks. And
Yeah,
I will
no.
catch you. I'll catch you again soon. Just when you
Okay.
want to chat.
Mega
Burn
mega
sticks.
weird. Isn't this strange? Every time we do this, he just flies off in that distance,
Yeah, he's gone.
talking.
Well, that sounds like a good plan then, doesn't it? The challengers have completed their challenges, and we also now have a much better system for saying when you want to be challenged, so that I don't just fall out of a tree and start throwing paper at people. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like that system. That system was a lot of fun, but this seems like a much more sensible way of doing things. So I look forward to doing more Hermit challenges in the near future. Anyway, this episode has been a lot of fun. We've made a ton of progress once again. This area is looking absolutely bonkers, I have to say. It's such a cool district. So I really do hope that you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya. And now it's outro time, and I'll be honest, I've hit record, right? I've hit record. I have no clue what I'm going to say. I don't know. Oh goodness me, the pressure's on. I'm looking around my desk frantically. I have what's known as a Monstera deliciosa plant on here. It's absolutely enormous.
One.